This new sales tool actually changed everything. It's one of the biggest AI bets from the biggest, most powerful venture capital firms in the world. I bet my entire career on it, and I literally banked millions selling it as a service to B2B clients. It skyrocketed my career by at least 10 years, making me one of the most in-demand growth advisors in the entire world. I truly believe that this can make you rich. Things that used to take like weeks or cost hundreds of thousands of dollars now cost close to zero. In this video I'm going to show you how everything started, what is Clay.com, what are one of the most impactful use cases ever, and how I was able to package it as a service and make millions selling it to B2B companies. Before showing you how my career changed, I just wanted to show you how to use Clay.com, what Clay.com is, and one of the craziest use case I've seen so far. Let's jump into it. So first of all, let's jump into the Clay.com website. As you can see under solutions, you can have a lot of use cases in sales, marketing, enterprise, RevOps. Let's just check some of them. Ways in which Clay can actually help you. First, prospect high quality leads for your sales reps. It's true, you can actually put on autopilot to your sales team, and let's say that maybe you work with e-commerce companies. You can get all the e-commerce companies in the world. You can get from there all the people, maybe all the marketing manager working at those e-commerces, and then filter only for the one running meta ads in the fashion industry. With Clay.com, it's just a matter of clicks. With a normal sales team, it would take at least weeks of research, maybe more, and thousands of dollars in enrichment and in hours that you have to pay your own sales team. Then, automate away all manual account research and lead research, because you can even go more in depth, like only the companies running ads, only the company with X number of marketing team, only the company using that particular tech stack that is very compatible with maybe what you're selling. Then use AI to draft personalized emails. From the list, you can actually create super personalized AI emails to actually contact all of these people, getting leads that used to cost like hundreds of thousands of dollars. On top of this, guys, the use cases are really endless. Clay is probably the most comprehensive sales ops technology in the world. You can do CRM enrichment use cases, inbound enrichment use cases, de-anonymize the website traffic, put on autopilot your marketing effort, automate many of the sales tasks. So among an organization, you can actually drive a tremendous impact in just a couple of clicks. But let's stop talking and start building. Let's jump into Clay.com to actually show you what is possible and how fast I am actually moving with this technology. Okay, here I am with Clay.com. This is the dashboard. I just created a new workbook. So let's pretend that I am an agency. I'm an agency that I'm working with restaurants, and I want to prospect all the restaurants in Miami, because let's pretend that I live in Miami and I really work well with restaurants in Miami. Clay is so amazing that it's connected to any kind of data source in the world. So you can leverage open data from the web to actually create your own outbound lead generation strategy and so much more. Okay, so for example, I know that restaurants are on Google Maps. Find local business, just one click, then search type, free text. Free text, so first of all, let's put Miami, Florida, free text, restaurants. Okay, number of results, 1,000. Submit, and in just a couple of clicks, I'm getting all the restaurants in Miami, literally. Okay, here we are. Now, I have the domain, I have the company name, I have the description, I have the website, but I want to contact them at scale, so I need the email. So very easy with Clay, other enrichment, Clayagent, and with Clayagent, which is the AI agent, AI research agent from Clay, I can basically do any kind of task, for example, searching the web or getting emails. Just enough to say for domain, for website, try to find the company email in the website, double check the footer, and the contact page. Okay, just return the email and nothing else. Okay, email, save, run 10 rows. And as you can see at scale, Clay can actually go inside of this website and get the emails of all these restaurants. And here we go, we are getting a lot of emails. Then maybe we want the name of the owners. So same process, Clay agent, or even easier, duplicate. And we can say something like, from website, try to find the owner name of this restaurant. Just return the name of the owner. If you can't find it, leave blank. That's it. Save, run 10 rows. Now, in this video, I'm only scratching the surface of what Clay can really do. But I have prepared an entire course for you where you can find hundreds of Clay use cases, the most powerful applications in business. It's 100% free, and I talk about all the information that I obviously can't talk about on YouTube only. So check the link in the description and download all the insiders information. Now, maybe we only work with sushi, fish, hamburger, restaurants or whatever, so we can actually put categories of these restaurants. Very easy. We can actually automate lead research. Again, duplicate, and I would say something like, for website, try to understand the category of this restaurant. Example, sushi, fish, Italian, etc. Return maximum 2 words. Okay, save, run 10 rows. Okay, here we are. Latin European, international, coastal, Peruvian, casual, Asian, Colombian, Italian, etc. So as you can see, we can really put on autopilot lead research and account research, but this is a very small case because from here we can actually connect a smart lead and send emails at scale. Maybe we can connect a dialer, so we can call them. Maybe we can connect a HeyReach, so we can send LinkedIn messages to them, or maybe we can connect our partner who can send gift or direct mails, and in this way we can actually create a super sophisticated outbound strategy. But again, outbound is just 1% of Clay. You can actually use Clay for so many things, more marketing, customer support, sales, etc. We have seen outbound and lead research, but there are a lot of use cases, for example, with intent signals. Intent signals is how to leverage news, how to leverage open data to actually get what are the customers looking for your service right now, which is something almost impossible to have. For example, let's say again that I'm a marketing agency, but this time I am selling to funded new startups. How can I get on autopilot with Clay funding new startups? Well, it's pretty easy. Actually, I even have a video about news-led outbound, and I can basically leverage Google News, which is the aggregator of news of Google's, to actually get all the keywords like startup, fundraising, X company raised Series A. Getting all of them inside of Clay. Inside of Clay, I actually have one table which is called RSS table. From the RSS table, I get all the company name. I understand if they are ICP. I find the website. I find the leads. I find the contacts, and I can contact them saying, hey, congrats, you actually raised a lot of money, but maybe you need marketing service, and here I am to actually trying to help you. And again, another crazy example could be CRM enrichment, inbound, website traffic. But let's stay to CRM just a moment, because guys, CRM is a billion, maybe $1 trillion industry. And all the companies in the world are actually struggling to keep the CRM clean. And you can definitely leverage this at your advantage. One very stupid example is a lot of companies, especially established companies, actually have a problem because when people change job inside of the CRM, they have duplicates contacts. They have the same contact that now is working at Apple, it go to Adidas, but they don't really have the capabilities to understand when they change job, because first of all, it's an amazing business opportunity if one of your customer moves from one company to another, because you already have a relationship with him, so you can actually leverage this at your advantage to actually evangelize your solution inside of the new company, but you even have to clean the CRM. And Clay actually is the perfect solution for this. Let's say you're using Salesforce or HubSpot. You have connected all your customer list here. You can connect all of them inside of a Clay table. Inside of the Clay table, you can actually monitor for all the open jobs. When you get an open job on Clay, you can mark the old contact in Salesforce as left company. You can create a new contact. From the new contact, you can move him into a prospecting list, and you contact it at scale saying, hey, so cool that you changed job. Thanks, congrats for your career. Maybe we can actually talk about our services by the fact that you were a client in the past company. And as you can see, guys, there's a lot of automation, there are a lot of missing gaps inside of a company go-to-market, inside of a company business processes that can be fully automated, and you can actually unlock a lot of enterprise value, save money, and actually increase the revenue for companies. All these use cases used to take like months, like weeks, and hundreds of thousands of dollars, and now you can deliver the same, but with clicks, with almost zero. And this can actually make you extremely dangerous in the business world, so that you can actually offer these services inside of Clay for a premium price and actually make millions of dollars. Great, now let's talk about Clay.com, how I first found it and how I leveraged Clay.com growth to actually become one of the most high in demand growth advisors in the world. Let's start from the really beginning. Back in Italy, 2022, when I was working at a company which was my first job after university, called Life Data. Actually, this time was an amazing work experience because I worked with a pretty successful boss and I learned a lot. It was at that time that I started learning a lot about automation, outbound, AI, go-to-market. I was still stuck in my 9 to 5, and guys, let me tell you, I really hated working for a boss. I really hated working a 9 to 5, even if I learned a lot, and that was an invaluable experience. What really stuck at that period was I started in a very junior position, but really after a year more or less, I was able to actually outperform all the other sales people in the organization, because I was putting together like Smart Lead, like Apollo, all these tools to actually automate my work. And crazy enough, I was better than the rest of the sales team. And that learning experience basically gave me the confidence to actually step out from my 9 to 5 and actually move into phase 2, which is I started a cold email agency. I started a cold email agency first with Italian clients. I still remember my first client. I started with a very small retainer and some list building, basically. Clay wasn't a thing back in the days, so most of the processes were manual, but again, I got confidence, more experience, I started talking with clients, and I basically start making a living that way. It was just, I guess, a couple or 1 year and something ago that I figured out Clay.com, and guys, let me tell you, everything changed. Clay was so crazy, so powerful, and on top of this, and this, guys, is probably the most important lesson I have ever had in terms of business and entrepreneurship. Just find a rocket ship that companies already want, that can deliver value, and just position on it. Don't try to be a genius. Don't try to be Steve Jobs. Don't try to come up with your own thing. Just find something that is really booming, like the Salesforce of 10 years ago, like HubSpot, like Clay. today. Why? Because the team is already generating a lot of demand. When I niched down on Clay, I was doing exactly the same thing as in phase 2, but everything skyrocketed. Why? Because I was working on something that was generating a lot of attention. I wasn't doing nothing different. I didn't suddenly become a genius. I was just selling something that people already wanted. Choosing the right boat, this is the real trick. And for me it was Clay, and I highly encourage you to do the same, because as you will see, it will be 10x easier to actually sell your own service, and even in terms of delivery, Clay can be really magical. So just focus on this, just focus on what is working, just surf the trend, close the clients, and actually monetize your own experience. From there, I basically started with very small clients, like in phase 2, and then I moved up market with enterprises, scale-ups, huge businesses that everybody actually knows, and there I transitioned from just selling outbound lead generation to selling business processes, to selling go-to-market systems, and actually charging a lot of money. Now, it took me years to actually figure out all the tips, how to get clients, how to get the right clients, how to find the right niche, what are the clients that you should avoid. And it caused me a lot of stress, to be fair, and a lot of tears. But lucky enough, I recorded this video. I will put in the section in a second a lot of these tips. So basically you can skip the guesswork, all the learning experience basically, and you can go straight to the point, so you can actually monetize your own expertise faster, you can learn Clay faster, and especially going into the right direction and really starting making a career on this amazing technology. Okay, cool. To actually make you understand, again, I divided everything into 3 phases. Don't start selling to huge corporation. Don't try to reinvent the wheel. Start small and then gradually increment the dimension of the business you actually pitch and the solution that you can actually fulfill. Let's start from phase 1. In phase 1, you should have some goals. You should only offer some offers and only invest in some channels. Don't try to be everything at the beginning, because you will burn out, you won't find results, and you will get stressed and frustrated. And the shiny object syndrome will hit you, so you'll jump to another trend and actually lose money and time. So let's go step by step. Let's focus on phase 1. The goal of phase 1 is to get your first 4 active clients. So with phase 1, what I only do with Clay, start learning Clay and actually become better at it. As goals is having 4 active clients, producing case studies, making practice that led to confidence. You will have something to post, so you can start building your own media personal brand, and you will have the possibility to actually fire clients. In terms of offers, what I only suggest to sell is a setup plus pay per lead and a one-time list build. For example, X company need more leads for e-commerces, perfect setup plus pay per lead, like $2,000 plus 200 per meeting. While, let's say that you want a list of all the e-commerces that are running ads, just create a list and sell it as a one-time fee, like $2,000, $5,000, whatever. This is the first and easiest way to actually get case studies, some clients, and some money in the bank. So before actually having 4 active clients in a month, only do this. Only do these 2 offers. These are your goals. And in terms of getting clients, start posting on LinkedIn. At the beginning, just post of what you are building in Clay. It's very easy. Just copy my video and you just say, cool, I'm following Clay expert Michael Sarugia. This is what I learned. This is what you should do. And this is an amazing flow for e-commerce managers. Just copy. Secondly, LinkedIn DM. Create with Clay a list, and I have a lot of these tutorials into my YouTube channel, so you can check them and you can replicate what I am doing. Create a list of agency owners, for example, agency owners selling ads, and just tell them that you actually have 3 lead generation ideas send them alone on how you can help them actually getting leads and more meetings for their own business. Then Upwork. I know at the beginning you should even check Upwork. Not all the times you have people paying you a lot of money, but to begin it's amazing. You already have people that have a problem, and this is very powerful. So look for keywords like list building, outbound, clay, go-to-market engineering, and apply, maybe boost your replies and actually get the first clients and the first money. This is step one. Again, it's not making money, it's making a little money, but what's really important is making practice, experience, case studies. Then move to phase two. Phase two, instead of actually getting more clients, start pitching a retainer, and step by step you start substituting old clients with new clients. You can basically, your goal here is to make 10K per month in profit, not in revenue, in profit. I know, guys, a lot of agency owners, even big agency owners, that are not making 10K months in profit. This is stupid. You should force more profits from the beginning. This is extremely important. How can you get to 10K per month in profit? I suggest 3 ways. 3-4 retainers of 3K, 2K per month, 2 part-time job of 5K per month, especially for a clay agency. By the way, guys, all the people that took my one-to-one program, in the one-to-one program, put them in touch with a clay agency so they can get this kind of engagement, or a full-time 10K per month job. And if you go to LinkedIn, it's full of job offers that requires clay expertise. They are offered under the name of go-to-market engineer, which is basically the clay expert, the clay user who can orchestrate all the channels to actually deliver growth. How to get clients? LinkedIn branding, start posting a lot, LinkedIn DM, reach out to the people in target, especially if you live in a city that is full of very important business owner, people in your target. Let's say you live in Miami. Lead generation is getting tougher, it's tougher to get attention because you are a small fish at the beginning. I strongly suggest to create micro events, host dinners, put together 10 agency owners, put together 10 SaaS builders. You can do this with Clay. Reach out saying, oh, I'm organizing a founder-only B2B SaaS owner talking about lead generation strategies. You will host your own dinner. You will be the host, so everybody knows you. And of course, they need more meetings. Of course, they need lead enrichment. Of course, they need something that can be fulfilled with Clay. This is the beauty of Clay. If you put in a room 10 normal B2B owners, they need Clay. They need Clay for CRM, for leads, for sales, for marketing. Host these dinners, become the host, so you can actually get better clients. Then, last but not least, how to actually make the big money. Evolve from just selling lists and lead gen services to actually selling go-to-market processes, CRM enrichment, inbound. So you can actually start talking with the big guys, the big scale-ups, the big enterprise clients, and actually solve big problems. Problems that are worth millions. Problems that are worth tens of millions. For example, the case of CRM enrichment, the one that I mentioned you at the beginning, which is this. I literally know companies that are spending 6 figures per year in CRM data. I will repeat, 6 figures per year in keeping in CRM data cleaning. You see how big is the problem you're actually solving? This problem for a small company is worth 2K. Maybe less. The same problem for a big organization is worth millions of dollars. There are CRM agencies that are making 9 figures per year. This is the power of the network, and why I encourage you so much to actually build your network with micro events and content and actually pitch to larger businesses, because you can actually solve huge problems and actually bank millions. And it's my story. This is why I was able to actually get in touch with so many big clients, so many B2B scale-ups. Just check my LinkedIn profile. You get all the references, you got all the work experiences. I'm not a genius. I was doing the same. I'm the same guy of 3 years ago. I just positioned into a rocket ship. I started working with the right people, creating content around Clay, and here I am a couple of years later, where I am in the position to choose my clients. I literally banked millions doing so, and I'm actually selling these B2B systems to larger organizations. At this point, what I suggest is start selling retainers or one-time implementations, ideally everything over 10K per month or over 30K or one-time implementations. LinkedIn branding, content. Now you will have at this point the money to invest maybe in ads, YouTube, and network, of course. Start networking with the C-suite, with VPs. Now you have even arguments. You can even solve problems that VPs has. So you have money to host better events, to actually join communities, join networking events where all these VPs basically are. Now you should be in the position to actually net at least $500,000 per year. Net profit, okay? Not revenue, profit. And there are a lot of agency owners making millions and millions and millions in revenue net. No way they are making $500,000, and no way they are making maybe $1 million or $2 million per year in profits. Now you should attract premium clients, and you should, this is mandatory, do amazing work for them. Make these huge clients, VPs and executives successful. You should solve their problems so that you can actually activate customer marketing. When they will change company, they will remember you are the Clay guy, you are the guy that is solving problems, and you will do great work that attract new business. And in this way, you can actually create this consulting flywheel of getting better and better clients. In this video, we actually got a better understanding of what Clay is and how you can leverage it to actually make millions. But Clay isn't easy to master, especially at the beginning. It's expensive, it consumes credits, and you will actually experience some level of frustration if you try to do everything alone. Luckily, I have recorded a full masterclass on how to scale Clay without using credits, so you can just copy what I am doing and we can actually build together the first use cases so you can actually skip all the guesswork. So click here and start building with me. See you over there.